Okay.
All right.
Hola, Primas.
Hello.
Welcome. If you're new here,
I'm Christy.
and I'm Gladys.
And this is
Dear
Primas.
Primas.
Oh, I like that.
Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome. Our TikTokers.
Instagrammers, show us love on Instagram.
Yeah,
too, wherever
yeah.
you're coming from.
Yeah, the link is there.
We're happy you're here.
Yes, and we hope that we're entertaining y'all. And
Tell us what you like, what you don't like, if our
the angle. That's probably not going to change, but
Sorry.
Yeah.
We have a lot to say on this one.
We do.
I feel like these are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
We get.
Oh, they're all our faves.
They all
Who
our
are we
faves,
kidding?
right.
No, but yeah, some of them just, yeah, because I don't know. I think we always, and it's so funny because we always find out something new about each other.
Yes.
I think in each episode, like we've known each other for almost 32 years, my whole life.
Crazy.
Yeah, so we're cousins.
That's
how.
But yeah, what do you want to do? Fave beef?
Well, we both have the same fave this week. It's gonna be Tell Me Lies.
Okay.
Is
okay.
tell-
Wait. Yeah, we're
another
gonna do a recap. Well, I was gonna do my story, my dog story.
Okay.
You could decide if this is my favorite, my beef. But okay, so let me tell you leading up to this dog story. So I might have hit a pole in John's truck, backing out, and this is the second truck that I've done this to.
Oh,
my husband,
no.
my husband before it was my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend.
Same person. My husband before my boyfriend.
So yeah, I backed his truck into a pole. That pole that's been in front of our house for years. I was just in a rush, and it was bad time. So this was Thursday morning.
Okay.
Then Friday afternoon, after everybody gets off to school, our neighborhood decides to do like a flag football thing in the park, and everybody's having a great time. One of our neighbors fosters puppies, and everybody in the neighborhood has one of her puppies. This puppy in particular that she had this afternoon just kept making eye contact with me from afar, and he was so sweet. He was a he. He was so sweet. And then the true test is Bella, right? Because she likes the dogs from afar.
Yeah.
Our neighbors have a dog. Like she's been around multiple dogs. Thor's been at our house. She's been around multiple dogs. And we're dog people. I would say we're not like the dog people. We don't just take in strays, unfortunately. But we've had our fair share of dogs. I grew up with dogs. John grew up with dogs. We had a dog together. We've always wanted a dog. Just not, it hadn't been called. It hadn't been calling me. So he was calling me. And then Bella came around it, and she was kind of like playing peekaboo with him. I was talked into bringing this dog home. I talked myself into bringing him home. I saw how he was with the kids. The story was the owners didn't want him. The owner didn't want him because he was too playful.
Oh.
I was like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, my kids are playful. We can play. This sounds like a great addition. I made the mistake of bringing him home.
And where was John during all
John
this?
was at a golf tournament.
Okay. Well, that's what happens.
I gave him an opportunity. I called. I sent him a picture. Question mark. No response. No response does not mean bring him home.
It's your choice. That's what it means. It's like the silent shrug. Your choice.
I like that. Oh, that's what I took it as, because this dog came home with us. I said, let's try him out.
Yeah.
Let's try, and because that's how it works.
The foster, yeah.
So she was like, "Yeah, I have him for the week. He's supposed to go to wherever next week, and nobody's claimed him yet, so technically he's kind of like up for grabs." I was like, "Okay, this is our opportunity. Got it." So we have him, and this is like 7:00. John's already home. He has to shower, of course, after he gets home from the golf course because he doesn't like all the whatever. Irrelevant. I bring him in, and he's like, "Who's that?"
What is that? What is that? Not who's that. What is that?
And I'm like, this is Frankie, but we can rename him, and he could be ours. That's not the same. Like, so serious, not even playing. I'm like so happy. The kids are all like, mistake number one, getting everybody excited. Yes. And I think it's something about my toxicness. I'm going to label it that. And maybe the background of my stubbornness as well that I get from my father, maybe my mother as well, that once I'm told something is a no,
we're going to make it a yes.
We're going to make it a yes. It is absolutely happening. So then, like, I see red, and I'm like, this dog is staying. How dare you? He's not even giving it an opportunity. Like already.
Where did this dog come from? What's the story?
Exactly. Like, hear me out type of thing.
Yeah.
No. He's like, that dog's already like 100 years old in dog years. There's no training it. It's untrainable. And I'm like, John, but we can do, like all these habits we can unlearn. He was so sweet with the kids. Like, he was so sweet. But like there was tiny things that I was like, we could work on it. We could do it. It came down to the dog stayed in our house 24 hours. He wasn't bad at all at night. I was expecting to have a really horrible night, but I think I was more restless of like, I told John, sleep upstairs.
Yeah.
If he's going to be rumbling around, she gave me all of the things that I needed to keep the dog for indefinitely. He had the kennel. He slept in it. I could just hear him rumbling around. So I woke up at like 5 a.m. to go let him out. And then he was good. We like bonded. And then he came back in. And then I finished Tell Me Lies. It was perfect. And the next day he was like, I'm sorry, Chrissy, we're not keeping a dog. Yeah. And he was like, we have to both be on the same page about bringing in a dog.
Correct.
And it would turn into like literally him being like, you need to do the dog things because this is your dog. It's not our dog. And I did not want it to turn into that because God forbid me doing fucking bath time with his dog at the end of the day whenever I'm like stressed to the max and I'm like pissed off. Like, I don't want to be pissed off with a dog. He was too sweet to be pissed off. And I told the boys that. I was like, look, mommy messed up. Mommy should have we should have all come to an agreement on bringing in a dog. I'm sorry, but this dog is going to go to a good home. And I like explained that to the boys. And I'm like, we were just really practicing because we do want a dog, but we want to all name him. And they were even coming up with names. He was going to be Pluto.
Oh,
I know. But John understood.
Yeah.
And I think Jaden, he loved the dog, but we can figure it out.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It definitely has to be both. But sometimes it works.
Sometimes
it's a little nudge.
You gotta be a little bit welcoming. You gotta have an open arms and
open mind,
open
heart.
Did not have any of those. None of them were checked. Was not the right time. After the truck, I was really hard launching his dog.
Yeah, that was hard to. Yeah, that wasn't a good sandwich.
Not a good topping at all.
Oh man, so no dogs for the Daylas yet.
No dog yet, unfortunately. Yeah.
Talking about being mad at the dogs, we're always so mad at these dogs. Oh, so mad all the time. It's stressful. It's hard having 4 dogs and a child. 4 dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, we were going to the baseball games, and I was like, we got to get back because we got to let the dog out.
Yeah.
And it's like, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this life.
No.
And also, like, at the park, I was watching the next day when we had him. I was watching him. I was watching Bella. I was watching him. I was watching Bella. And I'm like, oh, okay. I understand now. Okay.
Yeah.
Take a few steps back.
It's not the same. It's difficult.
I think my toxicness took over, and I really just wanted it to happen because I was told it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not saying.
Oh, poor Frankie.
I know.
Yeah, I always tell Adrian, like, once all these dogs have gone to doggy heaven, which is hard to think about, but it's going to happen. I don't want no more dogs. I don't want any. He's like, how can you say that? I love dogs. I'm also a dog person, but it's hard raising little people, and the dogs have to eat. And when we want to go somewhere, and then that's the thing, we like going places. We're not boarding 4 dogs. It's more than the vacation itself or the trip itself. It's hard. Like you said, you're always thinking about, we got to get the dogs out, let the dogs out. We got to let the dogs out. We got to feed the dogs. You have to bathe them.
Yeah. It's just another layer of, which they're part of the family.
Yes.
Like, you want them to be a part of the family, but it really does, like, how much
they need a lot of time and attention, and we're not doing the best at times, and they rebel sometimes. And it's hard.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, and they never grow up to be self-reliant, self-sufficient. That's a different, because I will say dogs are very similar to kids and babies.
Absolutely.
But eventually that child grows up and they can do things for themselves.
Get their own food.
Yes. Never will be able to get their own food, know? So it's like, it's always going to be a thing.
Yeah.
But
they can never be themselves.
Nope. Yeah. So, well, y'all can always borrow one of ours for the weekend if y'all just to get the little itch scratch. And then they'll come right back.
Like, this dog bites a lot. He was just nipping, but it was his baby teeth.
So he's not 100 years old then.
He's not 100. He was 10 months. He was literally. But wow, I know John was really exaggerating. He was taking each thing and like, this is why. Yeah. This is another reason.
Exhibit A. Yeah. Exhibit B. I could go all the way to Z if you like.
It really was. Just taking them all.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well. And the more he would like say it, I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Because all you're seeing is puppy dog blinders. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
The logic side.
You know.
Yeah. I guess.
All right. Well, let's get into Tell Me Lies.
Dime mentiras.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully, Primas, you're equally as obsessed and watching.
I think so. You'll have to be.
You have to from the beginning.
Spoiler alert.
You had said something on the last episode about TikTok having conspiracy theories. Do we want to start there, or should we go into like?
So I will say, episode 7 was not as So
I'm trying to think of what episode 7.
That was Thanksgiving at Wrigley's.
Okay, yeah, I feel like a lot did happen. Though.
Yeah, but it wasn't like they were like, we're gonna get we're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled. If I'm gonna get canceled for anything, it's gonna be this episode. But I don't think was it the Thanksgiving episode.
Canceled.
Or no. It was it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was when Lucy said at the bar that it was her.
Oh,
but I'm like, that's still not cancel worthy. Yeah, but I'm not a big cancel culture. Like, But anywho,
yeah.
But yeah, I that episode was not as crazy as everybody was making it up to be.
Okay. I guess my TikTok is not on Tell Me Lies TikTok. So
but no, the theories are crazy or wild that they come up with. Some of them seem to be a little true, but some of them I had also thought, like, for instance, one of them was Diana didn't fail her LSATs and she's just trying to get away from Steven, which in my back of my head, that was like my first thought. But then I'm like, well, wait, she just kind of found out like he's involved with Macy. Like, maybe her mind was thrown off and he ruined her life now. So that's like a second thing. But TikTok was really like, no, like this is her escape plan. A lot of it's like her and Pippa are working on like revenge against Steven themselves. A lot of it revolved around Oliver and Marianne, which ended up kind of being true that she knew. But that she wanted to be a part of it. That was far-fetched. So it was like sometimes it was like true, and then it's like it's a little too much.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. There was so many, to the point where I'm like, okay, y'all are ruining the show for me, because when the truth really comes out, I'm like, well, damn, it didn't live up to what could have been in my head. But ultimately, I still think this was like one of the best finales I've ever seen.
It was absolutely great.
Yeah. So
okay, let's go back to season 1. Do you remember the note that you said that you wanted to look into? Okay, what did it?
It said,
who wrote the note? Lucy
wrote the note. And she said,
which is revealed in an episode. So
yeah,
right, because it didn't tell you who wrote it in season 1. Oh, we knew Lucy wrote it. Okay, but she just didn't tell.
Steven knew she wrote it.
That's right.
But that was the only person. But Pippa didn't know, Wrigley didn't know, Drew didn't know. Nobody else.
Okay.
Just Steven.
Okay.
And so she wrote, if you want to know what happened to Macy, ask Drew Wrigley. If you want to know what happened that night to Macy, whatever, ask Drew. That's all she said.
Okay.
That's it.
But why would they have to ask Drew?
So he was the one that crashed into them and killed her.
That's right.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
But Steven was driving.
Yes.
And put her in the driver's seat.
That's right.
So yeah. So that's why.
So I started watching season 2 with John, because I do remember we did watch season 1 together, but again, I show cheated on him, so I would like watch episodes without him, and I'd be like, look, you could just rewatch it, and of course he never did.
Yeah.
But season 2, it started that same way. He was like, this is kind of anticlimactic, and I was like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
But I thought it was every single time, like it was there was just stuff piling on.
I was always waiting. One thing I was always waiting for. Oh, and then the other thing that TikTok is fixated on is apparently, and I don't remember seeing it, and I don't remember the TikTok, but apparently Leo and Steven have matching tattoos on the back of their ears, a rose tattoo or something.
Oh,
so they're like fixated on what's their deal, what's their actual connection, like besides just cheating or yeah.
It did seem like that. It did when he said like, "Oh, did he tell you the back?"
I thought it was gonna be that he like abused the girl, like that he like hit her or something,
something to do with his
anger. But I'm like, oh, that you cheated, like that makes you look bad, not him. Sorry, I feel like I have a little pimple. But,
no, I thought the same thing, something to do with his anger.
And I liked Leo.
I liked him
too. Damn, Steven, man. Oh, and Lucy. She's just a disappointment. At first, I was like, okay, this is her comeback season.
Absolutely. She was on the treadmill.
Yeah.
It was going.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm not letting you get into my head. He was really,
the depth that he would, like the length
to go to her class and become a TA.
That was wild.
That is psycho.
How does he have that, like?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Who said? D was like, "Is this what really happened in college? Because this has not happened in my college." Where I was like, "I don't know," but let's roll with it. But no, like he was just really just trying to stay in her face.
It really was.
And it's like, why? Like you're the one that chose to go with Diana.
Yeah.
You left her literally. Do you remember that part of season 1? How it ended?
That he left.
They go to the party together. Yes. Lucy and Steve go to the party together. Diana, I think, pulls him aside upstairs. And she's like, why are you with her? Like, what can she do for you? Pretty much. Mm-hmm. And she convinces him to be with her. And they come down the party holding hands at the party that they got together with. And that's whenever she slept with Evan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which is wild. How he finally...
Oh, why would he do that?
My God.
Why would he think... Let me confess to Steven because he's such a saint.
I don't understand. Okay, so like Evan knows Steven from their hometown or whatever. Like I always thought that they would give each other looks like,
and I don't trust you type of thing. Yeah.
And Wrigley started picking up on that. But I honestly feel like most guys' relationship, and this could be completely wrong, are not very like
depth. It's a surface level.
Very. And then they just know, like, oh, you're my boy. Like, you'll be there if I need you type of thing. So maybe that's the dynamic, too. I don't know.
And I think, like, because Steven's the kind of person, he's going to get all the information about you, but you're not going to know anything about him.
Yeah. Crazy.
You know? And that's definitely what was happening. The way he, like, convinced him to tell her, like, just sabotaging him for what?
Yeah.
You know? Like, why would you be, like, tell her that you cheated, which of course, but he wasn't doing it to be a good guy to give good advice. He wanted it to backfire and them to break up at the end of the day. Okay, so another theory, but this is with the finale. Okay, so you know how she receives the voice memo? Okay, so Evan, hello, he says not today. He says, I'm not going to tell her not today. I was like, Evan, no, you're done for. Like, why would he not say something
to that?
Win, you know?
Yeah.
But to wait that long and hold and sit on something like that. Okay, so apparently, whenever she opens her phone and she gets that voice memo, there's a message thread between her and Steven. And it's like, and she's like, rehearsal dinner tonight. He says, what time? She says, 5. He says, I'll be there. Everyone's like, why is she texting him about a rehearsal dinner if that's Evan's friend? Their theory is that they're hooking up. And that's who she was on the phone with when she's like, I need this. I want to be happy.
Oh my God. I could totally see that playing out.
Yeah.
Because she's literally, I kept thinking like, oh man, there's so much more debris that we don't know this season. I don't think she like gave too much the first season either, but you could tell like just, she was always she would always be put off by Lucy never wanting to go see her mom and like never have a relationship.
Yeah, because she was like a foster kid, and so she was like, y'all have family. Like, why aren't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like she always had that like against them for that. So I can totally and then how she was like super also manipulative to, getting what she wanted out of certain things and when she needed.
Yeah, so that's there. I'm like, damn, they be taking screenshots and zooming in on phones and stuff.
I kept literally clicking my eyes. I was like,
yeah.
The show in general, I was like, even watching it at night. I refuse to watch it during the day. Obviously, I can't watch it during the day. But like, even at night, I'm like,
oh yeah, it's so dark. It's dark too.
The settings on the TV, I literally was going through my own, and I was like,
yeah. when I would watch it on my phone, I'm like checking the brightness. Yes! Yeah. No, it's horrible. I don't know why it's so dimly lit.
Game of Thrones was like that too. On the main scene, I'm like,
yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah. Who is that? Yeah, but the phone scenes too, because when they're calling, it just says what on the caller ID for the first time that Bree picks up the phone. Did it say like private number?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't remember what it said, but I tried to zoom into that too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. Dang, TikTok.
Yeah.
It really saves the day on certain things.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't even see the whole thread thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I could totally see that. That's a good, oh man, season 3. Come on.
And then, poor Wrigley. I thought they were going to get into a car accident and the brother was going to pass away after that because they were getting drunk at the bar and stuff. But I'm like, dang, that's hard. Like, that's just as hard. Like, finding him in your room and...
Yeah. Which on the first season, they keep asking, like, how is Wrigley?
Yeah. Okay, so TikTok's theory with that before the finale was that he was already dead and that Wrigley knew that he was dead, but he like didn't want to accept it and he didn't want to like tell people. So he was like, that was his like his grieving was like calling, leaving messages because he missed him so much. That's like TikTok's theory. They were like, oh, he's dead already, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, that's pretty far-fetched. But I was like, well, it could be like...
Yeah, that's a good...
So that's what I mean, how these people come up like creatives, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I really just thought like, no, he's just mad at you.
Right.
Like,
right.
you know,
right.
But yeah, whenever that whole scenes in the bar was happening, I was like, oh man, this is not good. Something's going to happen. It's kind of like a bad full circle moment. Like, this is what happened. This is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else happened? Oh, the Marianne when she told Lucy, I'm just glad he didn't meet you first.
Okay, what did you think about that?
So apparently he does it all the time with students.
Right.
Oh.
And then the fact that he was Evan's professor.
Yeah. What I just thought about right now, is that why they have all the parties at their house? Because that's like, you know, like, is she helping him find or like vice versa? I don't know.
The whole time I kept thinking, I was like, there is absolutely no way. I don't care. I mean, maybe your husband travels, you know, whatever, but I am FaceTiming I really am that kind of like intrusive. I need to know the parameters of where all the things. It's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
She had to have known. I had a feeling. I was like, there's no way they're going away. And she doesn't know something's happening. Yeah. I kept thinking I honestly did think that she maybe wanted to partake in whatever.
I never thought that, but I did think like that she knew.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought for sure she had her own thing going on and I guess that was the case.
Yeah. Because when she walked in with those earrings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the fact that, I guess he said he was like, that he didn't disclose that that's what it was because he was like, I thought you wanted the thrill of it, like cheating, whatever. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
But the finale, I think checked every box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it didn't leave much. I mean, yes, a few cliffhangers, but I feel like a lot of things were like tied together.
Yeah. What is like one that you can think of?
Well, like, so just finding out what happened with Drew.
Yeah.
Actually, her, because there's like something, and I don't remember, that indicated like she might not go through with this. Oh, I guess the phone call when she was like, this is my chance to be happy and have a family or something like that. And so, because that was the episode before.
Yeah. Oh, and where was Lydia? Why do you think she was not at the rehearsal dinner?
That I don't know.
Because she was at the first. So what did they have? They had like a welcome party.
Yeah, I guess it was a welcome party and then rehearsal dinner.
Okay, she was at the welcome party.
Yeah,
obviously.
And when they shaved his head, I was like, I really can't see him like this again. Oh, and then with Lucy brought him down to the pool. I'm like, girl, you just as.
Oh yeah, fucked up.
Just as bad as him. Like you literally are him now.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, yes. And then TikTok also pointed out that so season 1, when Lucy breaks up with her high school boyfriend, he tells her, do you even feel anything right now? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you like pretty much like, are you dead inside? Like, something's seriously wrong with you. And that's exactly what Diana tells to Steven. So it's like, is that the show saying like these two are literally the same person? But
dang, the girl version, boy version.
Yeah, but because like she wasn't as manipulative, but she did do things, you know, like to go back to Leo right after was really weird. And then and for her just to not have that guilty conscience. Like as much as she's like try living with it, but you've lived with it. You literally told 0 people. The letter you didn't even indicate. She should have put talk to Steven blah blah blah.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I liked how and then I liked how they showed Diana's backstory, like on the, like all her moves she was making to leave. Yeah. So all that, I loved how that played out. Loved the voice memo. I mean, just seeing him, like, as much as I hated that, but that was like a sweet ending. Like, like he's still playing games to this day. And Lydia's a whole game. That's a long game.
Absolutely.
Like, get with this girl's best friend.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is wild. Wait. Did Steven say something? I can't get used to saying fiance because they're engaged now.
Him and Lydia. Okay, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, well.
This might have to be its own, like, maybe we might put this out on Wednesday just to tell me
lies.
That's
a good idea.
Yeah, just to tell me lies one.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
A little bonus.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this was fun.
Okay. Let us know your thoughts.
Goodbye.